Hi and welcome back to the Lavishsoft installation video series. This video is going to be about ISX EQ2 and how to install it and run your first script. We're also going to learn how to update the SVN and update your scripts so that you always stay current. Okay, first step, we're going to go ahead and go to the ISX Games website. I've got a link here. If you don't have a link, go ahead and go to www.isxgames.com. We're going to go to Product Acquisition, and we're going to go to Download and Install ISX EQ2. Step 1, we're going to go ahead and make sure that Interspace is installed on your computer. If you followed video 1, you've already successfully installed Interspace and you have it running. We'll click Yes. We'll go to the second part. This is the link to the installer. We'll go ahead and click on it. We'll save file. I'll go ahead and minimize that for now. Now, if you have Windows 7, you can skip this step completely. Vista and Windows 7 already have Net Framework 4.0, so you don't really need to do anything. If you have an operating system like XP, you'll want to go ahead and download the Net 2.0 framework. We'll go ahead and go back to our downloads, and we'll double click on the ISX EQ2. Click the Run button, click the Next button, click the I agree button, and it's finished. Go ahead and close that. We can close this down now. Okay, we've already run the executable file. For our third step, we'll go ahead and click on this. Step 3 is just explaining to you that you definitely need a subscription to ISX EQ2. For this video, we'll go ahead and assume that you already have a subscription to Lavishsoft and ISX EQ2. Okay, let's go back to the very first page. Go to Product Acquisition, click here, and then instead of going to the installation, we'll go to the setup step 1. Alright, now depending on which client you're using, you'll go ahead and select the streaming client or the traditional client. I've got the traditional client, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Your setup step 1. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go to your Interspace software, we'll right click on it, we're going to click on Add Game. Now on this you can name it anything you want to, but I always name mine EQ2. And then your game executable file. There's a little box over here with 3 dots. You click on that. Then you're going to go ahead and go to where you have EverQuest 2 installed on your computer. If you don't know where it's installed, go ahead and click on your Launchpad, right click it, open file location, and then you can look right here at the top. It's a new volume, Sony Online Entertainment, installed games, EverQuest 2 extended. We'll go ahead and close that, and we will look for new volume, Sony Online Entertainment, installed games, EverQuest 2 extended, and then we will scroll down till we see EverQuest 2 EXE. That's the one you want to select. Don't select the Launchpad, you always want to select the EverQuest 2 EXE. Click on Open. You've got it installed right here. Click on the OK button. Step 2. We're going to go ahead and configure the game. Again, right click, go to Configuration. Okay, our next step is we're going to go to Game Configuration. We're going to click that top button. We're going to open this. Select EQ2. Right here is the next part we need to edit. It's called Profiles for EQ2. You're going to hit the drop down and select EQ2 Default Program. You can click Apply. Okay, now that we've got that configured, we're going to go ahead and go to your game configuration. Click on Startup. You're going to click on the Insert button, and then you're going to select where it says New Entry. You can leave that as new entry, or you can type in something that you will understand, like load ISX. Alright, the next part we'll go ahead and go down to the command to execute, and we will type in ext space ISX EQ2. Click on finished, click on apply, and you can close it. Okay, what we've done is worked through every one of these steps. Okay, we'll move on to step 3. Congratulations, you've finished the entire ISX EQ2 installation setup procedure, and you're ready to begin your enhanced EQ2 experience. It will ask you for an authentication when you go ahead and start it up, and we'll work through that procedure next. At this point, I'll go ahead and close this. Okay, our next step is to go ahead and go back to our Lavishsoft software, right click, go to EQ2, default profile, and it'll load the game. Alright, your next step is to go ahead and enter in your Interspace subscription information. Okay, if you entered in your subscription information correctly, then you'll be able to type in your login information and click Login. Okay, now once you're in game, go ahead and click on this right here and type in EXT ISX EQ2 and click enter. It'll check for updates. Okay, for the next part, we'll go ahead and go to ISX Games, go to the forums, go ahead and click on scripts, and then you go to script releases. Now, in this part, we're going to go ahead and click on official script repository, and this will explain to you how to use the public SVN repository. It sounds really difficult, but it's fairly easy. All you'll do is go to this link right here that says tortoisesvn.net.downloads. Click on it, and it will take you to this site. Depending on whether you have a 32-bit or 64-bit Windows, go ahead and click on the one appropriate. I have 64-bit, so we're going to go ahead and click on this. And if it doesn't pop up, again, you can go to the direct link. Save file. Okay, we'll go ahead and double click on the Tortoise SVN. Click on Run. Next. I accept. Next. Next. Install. Go ahead and close down our browser. Click on Finish. Then your system will tell you you need to restart. Click on Yes.